now we'll show off some other neat stuff.
Hi, Seth.
Seth Hillinger is from NYC Music Tech, and I think is going to try to come bring some folks in on some semi-regular basis to show neat new things.
Sure.
So why don't you introduce the neat new thing sitting next to you?
Yeah. So, right, I organized the New York Music Tech meetup, and it's a bi-monthly event, and it's just a way for entrepreneurs in the music tech space to demo their products to an audience, get feedback, and it's turned into a really vibrant community. And so next week we have an event on May 11th, and Keith here will be one of our presenters, and so he's got a really cool product that he's going to demo for us.
Go for it, Keith.
Cool. Should we just start?
Do it. Yeah.
All right. Can we turn the lights down?
Already? Okay.
Is that possible?
We're in a state school. The governor's cutting us off for money. We're going to turn the lights off now. We can't afford anything. No, just a joke. Politics. Just a joke.
And if we could pull out our phones.
Phones, yes.
I'm already set.
Nice. Prepared.
All right, hold on here. Where is
Love
it? I got to learn the alphabet.
Wham.
There we go.
Wham. So yeah, my company is Wham City Lights. We make apps for concerts and live events, and we're about to see the effect that we have developed. I wonder, can we like point the? I hadn't thought through the.
So this
Over here.
This camera over here.
Great.
And
once the lights can go out, we can start.
so can we bring the lights down, guys?
Off would be awesome.
Oh, off. Off. Completely off?
Completely off would be amazing.
I hear chatter. Can we turn it off? Coming. Okay, good.
Cool.
So this is Wham, W-H-A-M City Lights.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Much better. Do you want to hold another one?
I'm being the crowd.
Here. Exactly right. So we do this at concerts, at really large events, stadiums, arenas, all around the world. This is going to be a pretty small scale demo, but we'll get a taste of what it's like.
Cool.
So
It's a
I'm
small
going to
private club.
Yeah.
So as a concert goer, I am told to download this app as I'm walking in,
Yep.
scrolling around, download. Okay.
Yep. And I'll.
That's so cool.
So it's being activated by the music.
Yeah.
So we encode ultrasonic signals that humans cannot hear into the sound.
Guys.
Yeah. Up in the air.
I'm on the phone. I need your phone.
Okay, you can have this phone.
No.
Since you're the true dancer. Are you human or are you dancer, Jeff? Oh my God, he's getting up.
Yeah, he's in.
Here, do you want to?
Hallelujah. Girl, sit your hallelujah. Girl, sit your hallelujah. Uptown funk don't give it to you.
All right.
Sell your Bic lighter stock.
Exactly.
Believe me, just watch.
Whoa.
Whoa! Holy cannoli.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
This is really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to get the LED in there at the end.
Yeah, totally.
It's the most exciting
Hang
part.
on, except for that when you look at it, it makes you blind.
Yeah, you can flip it around
yeah.
once the LED goes
You could be
off.
the spotlight.
Yeah.
How old is this?
We've been around for 3 years, actually.
Right.
We just moved to New York from Baltimore. So y'all were talking about, oh, the New York tech scene needs some work. Well, it's better than Baltimore.
So talk about that. Seriously, what does make New York different than Baltimore?
Yeah, well, we were considering where to be, and we could have moved. We thought Baltimore was not the best place for this kind of company, and we thought, well, we could be in San Francisco, LA, New York. Exactly, but New York was the obvious choice. It has a strong music and media scene,
Keep
and
talking,
a strong tech
keep
scene.
talking.
There you go. And it's been
Right.
awesome. Already
Because
we're
you need the music scene too. Like you needed a place with like a vibrant, alive. I feel like this is a large scale situation too. Like you needed places that had not just one large venue for
Right.
concerts, but 10 or 20. How many are there in New York?
I actually don't know that
lot.
number yet, but
Probably
there's a
a
lot.
ton. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you dealt with companies like Madison Square Garden yet? Or?
We have not done MSG. We
I got
haven't
a friend
actually.
there. I'll introduce you.
Please do. Yeah, we're still digging into New York. You know, we got here about 3 months ago, actually, from Baltimore. But yeah, we've done a lot of the big stadiums around the country. We did Levi Stadium recently, and we're doing huge stadiums around the world for
What's the
international
technology?
artists.
I mean, you're geofencing this.
It's not actually geofence at all. It's and actually it works in airplane mode because what we do is we send ultrasonic audio signals directly to the phone. And so we as humans can't hear them, but luckily for us,
It's like
your
Card
phone can
Guy.
hear it.
So what's the degree of difficulty and expense of setting up a stadium?
It's actually really simple. All we do is we give an audio file to the sound guy. We're done.
Wait, and you give an audio file
To the sound engineer who's at front of house, who's operating the sound for the venue.
So it works with sound that, like, so it's a specific file. It's not like when Beyonce plays the song, plays Hold Up, it works with Beyonce's live vocals. It works with, like, songs that are already in the ambient.
Yeah, basically,
right?
if we were to work with Beyonce, which, if you're watching, we'd love to work with
Oh, yes.
sure she
Beyonce
is,
is
yes,
very
yes.
invested in this early morning tech show.
But
Love you, babe.
if we were to work with Beyonce, we would talk to her, sound and lighting team. The lighting team would design a sort of phone light show that sort of corresponds to their stage lighting, and then their sound person would add this audio track to their mix because it's actually perfect technology for concerts and live events because they already have 2 giant transmitters, aka the speakers on stage.
Yeah.
So we don't need cell service, we don't need Wi-Fi, we don't need Bluetooth, we don't need any of that.
That's great. And it's also like one of those the oldest things in the book where, like, everybody in the concert wants to, like, have a feeling at the same time, and they want it like creates that sort of like crowd together wonder, which is like why you're at the live event in the first place.
Exactly, because I mean, I know when I show up to a concert, I'm usually sort of like, oh, these are the people that, and you look around, and then by the end of the concert, we're all singing along to the same songs, like you bond.
Totally.
And that's what we're focused on, is creating those like bonding moments with the people around you.
So who's the perfect artist who should be using this?
Wow, that's a really good question. I mean, there are a lot of artists who are known for already like asking people to take out their phones with the flashlight. Jay-Z did that.
Right, Jay-Z did that, right?
And a lot of artists do that. So I think anyone who's looking to, get their audience involved and maybe have a special moment of unity.
What about other events like, I don't know, political conventions?
I know, man. Actually, we really need to go after those.
I mean, I think a
so
sea of, I don't know, blue in
Exactly.
Philadelphia would be pretty cool.
Exactly.
really cool.
Or sports.
Yeah.
I mean, sports is the
yeah.
other one.
Touchdown.
I am I'm not super big on sports, but like that feeling of being in a crowd and wanting, it's like the wave, but only,
Exactly,
in sort of like a little visual, much easier to orchestrate.
Yeah.
From
Right.
a relationship standpoint with technology, it's a great way to actually just visualize that we're all connected. Like, we all know that we're already connected, but and like when you're at a concert, you have that feeling. But then it's still this machine, but he's controlling everyone's machines now, and it's like, oh yeah, we are all in the same room together, and
Right.
it's a nice expression of that.
Plus, it puts the phone to a better use than everybody recording the same damn
Oh my
concert.
God.
right.
Oh my God, yes,
Exactly.
it makes it so maybe people will stop doing that.
Exactly.
It would be so
Yeah.
great if they stopped. Because, like, homie, you're not going to watch your stupid video.
Who watches them, honestly?
No one. No one. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but I also understand it. It's a way of, when Zuckerberg said that he wants to go to AR, he wants people to be able to truly share the full experience. So that's what's really happening. It's what I mentioned this before on Twig. When I went to VidCon last year, I really learned that video is a social token. Right? BuzzFeed is made by that, right? It's not that you're the destination. Instead, this says something about what I want to say, or says something about us.
It's
or
about
so on.
identity.
Yeah, and that's what this does too. Is it makes you part of the whole in a neat way. Could you split the audience so that half gets some and half gets something else?
Yeah, we're actually doing something with a college sports team where if you're a fan of the one team,
good.
it's one color and one light show, and then if you're a fan of the other team, it's different. So they're like battling back and forth.
Ooh, I like
Or
that.
you could have so imagine in Cleveland you have the Trumpists and the realists. Yeah.
Yeah. And we also have the ability to, we actually not simulate, but sort of recreate a GPS with audio signals. So we can actually triangulate where people are in the venue just using an audio signal.
So you could do...
We do it, yeah.
Oh,
We're doing
wow.
it with Cirque du Soleil, and we did it with Disney last fall.
That's pretty
that's
cool.
cool.
Yep.
How many people are you?
We have, I think, 10 now. Yeah, we're down in Brooklyn, Dumbo.
Of course, because you're cool.
Exactly.
So one more question. We talked earlier about the NYC Tech coming in and trying to help startups, and God bless you, you recognized wisely the wonder that is New York. What help do you need?
Wow, that's a
What could
great
an organization
question.
like this, what could the city do to help you succeed?
Man, I honestly don't know. Help hiring people. Help, honestly, I think a culture of startups would really help me, because there are people who, they're doing software and they're amazing, or they're doing marketing, or they're doing sales, but they work for a finance company, they work for a bank, they work for somewhere that pays way more than we could ever pay. And they don't understand that by taking a pay cut, they could actually, they could come out better than they did staying at their 9 to 5.
Right.
And I think that's something that is different in California. I worked at Google for a couple of years out there, and there's just this sense like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do a startup now. Whereas here, people have to check with their parents, make sure, So honestly, I think
There's
just
a lot of
more
Jewish mothers in New York,
right.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I think more awareness and that's all I can think of.
So I think you're advocating for a culture. You're saying there needs to be sort of a cultural shift in terms of not disdaining the I'm going to go build a startup. I'm going to go and eat the gummy bears, the free gummy bears, and have a startup.
Yeah, and in the music tech space, it has its own challenges, and I think New York is a very creative place, and I think people are taking risks with creativity, and for the city to recognize that and be able to say, we want to foster that. We're going to make sure that this is happening, and that these tech startups aren't failing because of all the the complicated aspects of the music space. I think that would be huge, and I see it happening, and that's what our community is about, is just fostering that group, and but to see the city get involved is just
So let me ask you the same question I asked Isabel. Do you find it's more that the musicians are partnering with technologists when they go into this space, or that the musicians are becoming technologists?
I think it's some of both, but I really like when it's the collaboration between the two. And musicians are out there, they are the ones in front of the crowd, they're seeing things, they have their own vision. They just might not be able to create it themselves. And technologists are also very creative, but there are so many pieces to the puzzle. It's not just working with artists, but it's also being able to work with the managers and the lawyers and and everyone has to work together. And we're not, it's something I really advocate in my group, is that we're not competing against each other. We just have to work together, and that's how the pieces are going to come back together.
So I presume there's always a need for more technologists to come. You got plenty of musicians, I'm going to bet, and you need more technologists. True?
There's a lot of technologists. I think we need to show that it's not that you're not going to fail taking these risks, and even if you do, that's okay. And music data is actually really fun. So a lot of technologists are going after the money. They're getting great high-paying jobs in other tech sectors. But at the end of the day, music is just really fun to play with.
Yeah, you have an advantage over journalism. You're much cooler.
Automatically. Also, a lot of really good musicians are very technically skilled, in terms of the kind of person who is technically good at playing the guitar is probably knows some stuff about acoustics and knows some stuff about how to set up. It doesn't seem like a very far leap to go between music and technology, and so much of how we play music and how we experience music has been in parallel with technology.
Yeah, totally. And some of the best programmers I've ever met are also talented composers and
God,
musicians.
Yeah. BuzzFeed, it seems like every single engineer I meet is I used to have a band. You know what I mean? They all,
Is it because geeks are now cool, or because there's a math mind at work?
I don't think that music is inherently cooler than anything. I think that it's just that they have a love of creativity, and people who are creative have been creative since they were kids, and oftentimes that means expending energy doing things like music or coding or science or whatever it is.
And
you know?
music really does foster the other sciences, and to understand music will make you a better mathematician or scientist as well. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of my engineers are, and really my whole company pretty much is musicians on some level. And I think it's that, well, first of all, you need technology to make or listen to music, so there's this inherent link between them. But also, I think the math and the sort of, it's systematic. Music is systematic, and software is systematic as well.
So what's next for the company?
A lot of stuff. We're actually working on a consumer version of this app, so we don't need to go through the artist necessarily anymore, and you can enjoy it at any show.
Just by what music it's hearing.
Exactly, yeah. And so
It
we're
will
using
sync up to everybody else there.
Right.
And so we're using machine learning to figure out, to analyze the music you're listening to, and generate like an appropriate lighting effect for that moment in the song.
What do you think about like the colors as they correspond with various like emotions or vibes? Like, would you, I'm gonna bring Beyonce into everything I say today. Like, for example, Beyonce is wearing a yellow dress in the video for Hold Up, and she's smashing all the things. I feel like a yellow-based thing, like a yellow-based light show would be a perfect way for the audience adoring the lemonade
To kind of show that.
to show that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it would be like a collective experience too.
Exactly, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we're also working on a way, and this is a little tougher, we're not sure how to do it yet, but we are working on a way to crowdsource the light show and allow people actually at the event maybe to earn the right to maybe control the song for a little bit.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm not sure a computer's ever going to figure out, oh, this is a Beyonce song, it should be yellow. But a person would
A person could
easily make
vote.
that decision.
Well, yeah, and you could, and that increases the crowdiness of it. New
Yeah.
word. Crowdiness. Yes.
it's kind of gamifying it, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
like
totally.
if you become like the owner of the crowd.
Well, it also becomes a marketing thing where you can see it. I can imagine it spreading out from a locus.
Exactly.
And the more that person it becomes the source of the growth,
Yeah.
the more rights they have
Yeah, yeah.
to determine what follows.
You know what else I really like about this app is that it doesn't have like, I don't see how it could be used to be evil. Like, a lot of we were
how
talking
are you
about
gonna make
earlier.
We make money actually, we license the software.
Speaking of evil.
We make money because people want it, and they apparently want it enough to pay us to use it.
Okay.
But also, we do a lot of we did a really kind of big custom app for Cirque du Soleil Avatar tour, and so that's like touring around the world. We're getting paid for that. Yeah, that's our
So
business
companies.
model. Yeah, B2B.
But to go to Julia's nightmare, could you imagine
I can tell you.
advertising? Tell
I can tell you how this could be evil because pretty much anyone who ever would have been a competitor of ours has gone in that direction. So there are other companies that I won't name, but they started in the live event space, maybe doing stuff with concerts, doing stuff with activations at shows, and they've moved into coupons at malls, retail, things that pop up when you look
Because
at
of the sound
a
usage,
pack of
right.
gum. Yeah, sound. They've also pivoted to Bluetooth because
Yes.
that's better for retail.
Right.
So that would be the way to make it evil. But we're so focused on, we just want to make concerts more fun, and we're really happy we found a way to make money doing that.
Well, I would say that like what I meant in terms of evil is like the evil of like trolls. Like I just don't see how like a person, like how
I see.
I as a
Okay,
user can corrupt
Yeah.
this and make it
Sure.
bad. Because
Sure.
like color is pretty neutral as far as things go. I mean, I guess that you could like, at like but like it also like doesn't say enough to be
Yeah.
to be that powerful. But like if you made everything like red.
Right.
At a Hillary thing, like to say that you
That's
don't
true.
agree with like whatever it is.
That's good.
But like that,
I was
but it
figuring
wouldn't.
that if
It
Trump
wouldn't
ran
say
against
the most.
Bernie, he'd be calling him Red Bernie.
Oh my god.
Red Bernie.
Oh my god.
Dad joke.
It is.
That's a good dad joke.
Yes.
God.
Ooh! I show my vulnerability. What happens?
Listen, I have a technique
I'm a
for
dad.
joke telling.
I got him.
You tell a bad joke, but first you have to say, "Hey, you want to hear a joke?" And then if the person says yeah, then it's their fault
Yes.
too. So like that's
true.
that's
That's good.
that's how
That's
you
good.
can make a dad joke.
That's good.
True.
Yeah, I love it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. So we're going to see you again.
Cool.
And
Thank
I'll
you.
see you in concerts.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
both very
you.
much.
Play
Thanks a lot.
rough.
Yay.